Hey everyone, Tara Lynn Pugh Artist here with the color palette Dot Along with Balloon Hearts color palette. I am Tara Lynn Pugh Artist, mandala maker, and facilitator of the Kaleidoscope Mandala Club. The whole idea behind these dot alongs is simple. We grab a brand new color palette, we see where it takes us. No preset design, no perfection pressure, just creative flow. I'll be winging it right alongside you. You can follow me step by step, or you can go off into your own design. Both are totally welcome and okay here. The real goal is just to get in the flow and play with some new unexpected colors that you may not have tried together. If you're new to dotting or if you enjoy creating along with someone in real time, I would love it if you'd follow my channel, hit that like button on the video. It truly means the world to small creators like me. You can also find me on Facebook at Tara Lynn Pugh Artist. So today we're using the Balloon Hearts color palette. I'm just going to make this a little larger so you can see what we're working with. I've got my colors here. DecoArt Americana Turquoise, Desert Turquoise, which is just a darker version, Royal Fuchsia, Love Potion, and Cool White. So that's what we are using today. Of course, you don't have to use the exact same colors, but the idea here is to try out this color palette and see if it's for you. So let's go ahead and get our center dot. I am going to use an 8mm tool and my Cool White for the center. Now, Cool White is just basically white with a pinch of blue. It's just got a cool tone to it. If you have normal white, you can use that as well. So 8mm center. Ugh, mine might be closer to 10 when I'm done here because I'm making a mess. So yeah, because my dot's wonky, it's going to end up being 10. Goodness, and if I don't quit, sometimes it just be like this. First live and factual. All right, let me try that again. Good night. There we go. I don't know if that's perfectly centered, but anyway, 10mm center. Let's go. All right. My lines really are not helpful at this point, so I'm just going to erase these off, and I'm going to kind of wing it. Just one of those days, But I'm going to be working with a 16 arm stencil type pattern like I usually do. All right, let's see if that helps me. I've just got some kind of wing in that stencil, but whatever. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start with my turquoise colors. I'm going to use my 1mm tool, so it's pretty small, and I'm going to do 8 dots in the turquoise. So north, south, east and west, and then halfway in between those. Let's see if I can actually bring that down a little bit closer since I'm working tiny. Then I'm going to, in that same ring, I'm going to do 8 dots in between 1 millimeter with the desert turquoise. So this is the darker color. So we're going to end up with a ring of 16, and it's going to go light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, all the way around. And that ring is all turquoise. We've got the regular turquoise and then the desert turquoise alternating. And that was 1 millimeter. Next, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it with 2 millimeters, and we're going to use these pinks. So I'm going to start with Royal Fuchsia, and then in every other space, we're going to have a Royal Fuchsia 2 millimeter dot. We're going to end up with 8 of those. And once I have those 8, I'm going to continue using 2 millimeters, and I'm going to do Love Potion in between. So we're going to have another ring of 16, light and dark. We're going to do 2 more alternating rings. This time I'm going to start with 3 millimeters and turquoise. So again, I'm going to start with that ring of 8. And then I'm going to switch to desert turquoise, still 3 millimeters. We're going to make that a ring of 16. to switch to 4mm, and we're going to do the same thing with Royal Fuchsia. So I'm going to do every other space for the next ring. And then turn it into a ring of 16 with that love potion halfway through. So this is 4mm. So we have our center dot and then 4 rings. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to get my 1.5mm tool, and we are going to walk the dots down in between these rings. So I'm going to dip once and I'm going to dot 8 times. So I'm going to dip and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to repeat this all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm using cool white. 1.5mm. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that white just makes the colors pop, and it fills in a lot of that space in between those rings. Next, I'm going to get my 3mm stylus and Desert Turquoise. You can use a 3mm rod if you prefer. But right next to where I put those double dots, I'm going to have a 3mm Desert Turquoise. So there's 16 dots. I'm going to switch to the regular turquoise, and this time we are going to swipe. So I'm going to do 16 swipes outward. Because I'm not really using a stencil in this place, there are some that are not the same length. I'm just going to play with those a smidge. Even them up, you know, as best I can. Next, I'm going to get my 6mm tool and Love Spell, and we're going to do 16 teardrop shapes. So I want these in between those swipes. Let's see, I'll do about 4 at a time here. And then we're going to turn those into teardrops. These colors are really pretty together. And then next, I'm going to use that Royal Fuchsia, 3 millimeters. And I'm going to do a set of 3. And I do not want these to touch. So I'm going to do kind of that triangle shape. I'm going to do this in between each of those petals or each of those teardrops. 3 millimeters Royal Fuchsia. And then I'm going to continue using that 3 millimeter tool. And with our cool white, I'm just going to add a center dot in the middle of those triangles. Make it kind of look like a little flower on the outside. And then I'm going to do one more thing, but maybe 2 more things, but I need to dry first. So I'm going to dry and then I'm going to add some top dots. So in the center, I'm going to add a 6 millimeter in the love spell. I'll come back and add a 3 millimeter on the top of that when that dries. That was 6 millimeters in the center. And then just on these teardrops at the end, I'm going to grab my 3 millimeter tool and I'm just going to pull a swipe right down those. probably need to clean these up a bit, but you get the idea. So yeah, definitely need to clean up those swipes. But there you have it. This is the Balloon Hearts color palette. I really, really like these colors together, so I might play with it a bit. As I mentioned, I'm going to add a 3mm in the Royal Fuchsia right on the top in the center, and then I'll probably clean up those swipes a little bit, but that's pretty much the design. If you create it along with me, or if you use this color palette, I would love to see how yours turns out. You can share with me in my free Facebook group, Mandala Artists USA, or you can tag me on the socials at Teralyn Pugh Artist. I would love to see what you create. I do these color palette videos every Friday. It's just a way to play with some colors, see if we like them, and try something new. So join me next week. We'll try a different color palette, and I'll see you then. Thanks so much